Heatwave. Don't forget about the sniper rifle and those power-ups.
Oh my God.
You got all the goodies that you need.
Gimme.
Starting on board now with Formal himself coming back from Call of Duty. Show me what you got, Matt.
We talked about him coming in this. This is my first time seeing him in this tournament, casting over his gameplay, and for now, unfortunately, he'll hit the death screen. Frosty, though, like I said, expect this man to grab a snipe, but shut him down to ensure that he doesn't get far. So far, unsigned talent, I believe that was 3 dead for them. All the weapons collected, and time going to be going in their favor, too.
Yeah, they actually start off by putting Sentinels 4 down immediately before Sentinels are even able to put 1 kill on the board. Luckily for them, they spawn over towards the A side of the map, so they're going to be able to steal away Overshield. 2 caps in favor of unsigned talent, but power up in favor of Sentinels.
Suppressed with 3, now 4 kills on the feed already. We see one with the heat wave coming up. Flame does take his trade. Good enough to slow things down just a little bit. Avenue's got some timing to get into A. 31 points and counting already. Unsigned talent coming out with quite a bit of heat off the rip. Now I'm just wondering, when will Sentinels start to wake up, start to pull back? Because you know what's happening. You know it's inevitable.
Yeah, you can't expect them to be on their back foot for too long. Avenue immediately going in for the challenge on Snakebite. And mind you, Suppressed already having 4 kills on the board. The man is 4-1, and Claim going in for a flank. Another 3 down goes Sentinels. Unsigned talent are looking good, but as I say that, multiple players are going to hit that black screen.
Frosty coming in, dropping him from behind. Nice little curb slide, gets over to Nest and cleans up another for a spree. And Frosty's just getting started. The moment you give this man freedom to make plays, he just doesn't stop. 5 kills already. A currently captured, collecting B and C for some points on the side of Sentinels, and a little bit more in just a second as Frosty times the slides to get straight through center map. You're not to just gush about it, Tony, but that slide that he hit, that's a difficult one to hit. It's the way the platform is designed. You can't quite do it unless you set it up perfectly.
I don't know what's going on here for Sentinels. Lethal and Snakebite have yet to get a single kill on the board. Frosty currently 6-2, leading all slays across the map. Finally, Snakebite able to put his first kill here. Now on board with Frosty with the plasma pistol in hand. Snakebite having that overshield, and here comes Sentinels. They're starting to get in favor. 3 down for unsigned talent, and Sentinels are finally starting to cap some bases.
You just need a couple kills, right? You get the rhythm going. Next thing you know, everything starts to come together. And Frosty's definitely picking that rhythm up. Pretty sure the man's on more than a spree, or at least he was. Flame will drop down, end that. Only temporarily, though. You got Snakebite here to pick up the kill. 20 points on the board for them. They'll get right back into C to keep that rotation up and ensure that unsigned talent don't get any of their own.
Looks like we're seeing them out-rotate the team going after Charlie, but while that is happening, we have unsigned talent switching gears onto the Bravo side of things. Suppressed now going to work his way over towards Pillars, a little 1-2 combo, forcing Formal to back down. Excellent kill coming out of Suppressed, but 3 of all 4 down with unsigned talent. Now Sentinels have woken up. 11 kills come out of Frosty. Lethal still falling behind a bit.
Sentinels with some freedom, though. Getting that round of slays, right? Quick little trip cap. Spawners up C side. They'll dive into C to slow the bleed in here, but at this point, the pressure's on. Lethal shots into Suppressed. Try to play patiently. Suppressed going to jump up and a quick little melt to take Lethal down. Snakebite trying to play this slow. Just holding angles. B now in contention. Snakebite alone here, but needs to delay. Hops in last second. Avenue takes some damage, but Avenue going to get away with that capture. Thankfully for Snakebite, teammates coming in. A little bit of a collapse onto B. Drops the weapon for a quick little execution and a chance to cap once again.
And we're seeing that tech that you were talking about all day yesterday. Players willing to drop that weapon, have the faster VR pickup. Meanwhile, Frost don't need to drop anything. Going in for the no-scope. Excellent kill coming out of Brad. 13-3 out of Frosty.
Frosty ain't dropping weapons, he's dropping bodies. He's also dropping from above and hitting shots, too. Man's going to snap on the body. There's a spree for him, and if only he had a couple more bullets, Tony. The man ran out. He could have done a little more. But that's enough to get some presence here, right? 65 points and counting as they have an AC hold. Spawners up on B. They're going to try to rotate to A to get out of this, but Lethal in the center of it all. Let's see what he can do with this. Claim going to try to be cheeky here. Frosty gets right by. Frosty there. Frosty's going to see it, but Claim picks up the kill. That's going to slow them down just a bit, but all while this happens, AC still accounted for, and Lethal going to make sure that happens.
81-75 lead going in favor of Sentinels, but as I see that 2 caps now going with unsigned down the heat wave, but he puts some work. That's going to be a double assist for Snakebite, a double kill for Frosty. They're about to make a run.
Snakebite with the cap on C. They got B as well. Like you said, about to make a run. They are currently making a run. 85 and counting here, now taking the lead. Things starting to slow down on the side of Unsigned Talent. Came out with so much heat in the beginning. All of a sudden getting pinched to take it down here. That Snakebite with a double. Little rotation over to A. And potential for a trip cap once again. Of course, they are already in C, but you can see that Sentinels are very ready for that C side push. You got Snakebite and team tag teaming their way through this. Woo! And a nice little repulsor off the edge, Sia Avenue.
And they hop right onto the black screen there. Beautiful mining the gap coming out of Sentinels. Meanwhile, Frosty getting a kill on Claim, and they've taken control of this game. 17-4 for Frosty. Now we're gonna switch on board with Snakebite, who's not only secondary Slayer right now, but also even getting some assists, stealing away Charlie.
I said it was a matter of time till Sentinel starts to wake up and get that rhythm, and clearly it's been found. At this point, it's looking like Unsigned Talent are kind of suffocating under the pressure here. Avenue alone, the Cubby, and Frosty just going to chase this man down. He had the pre-nade one side, pressure from the other. Another spree for him. He's got several, I believe, in the game as he jumps to dodge, nades, and gets back to A to stay alive here. That OS, I believe, was up. Not sure if it was rotated out. Frosty not worried about it. He's got the tag team with Matt. Formal will pick up B for this. And all the presence, all the pressure on the side of Sentinels right now as that 80-point mark for Unsigned Talent. They've been sitting there for minutes now.
And notice how they were able to steal away Bravo momentarily, but all that did was the Sentinels know exactly where they were coming from. The collapse comes in, they put them 4 down, and that lead has blown up with the boys in blue utilizing the heat wave. Excellent kill coming out of him, and now Formal having the sniper rifle in hands. It feels so good saying that.
It's gonna feel even better if he hits a shot. Woo! And he did! The first thing this man does is lines up a no-scope to the face. He does get dropped, but I mean, I'm thankful I was there to witness it. Claim, he will rotate to A, but they still have 80 points. Here you go. Of course, as I say, I think they should be getting one, but they don't because the contention is already there in A the moment they cap it. And Sentinels are just on top of this, Tony. They cannot breathe. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Lethal as a double, and the boys just continue to hit that kill feed.
Yeah, you know, it was a great start coming out of Unsigned Talent. I'm not sure exactly what happened after that start. Mind you, they actually got all 4 down before Sentinels was able to get a single kill, and they kept the pressure on. I think at one point, I want to say it was maybe a 60-0 run in favor of Unsigned Talent, but Sentinels have woken up. Suppress starting to put some fire on Formal, forcing him to back down off the screen. Snakebite getting a big kill on his twin brother, and Suppress trying to take down Lethal, but the shots are too good.
It just looks so difficult from his POV. He'll put damage in, but teammates dying behind him, ends up getting pinched. Can't do much to stay alive. Lethal picks up a kill on the Claim. Back on board with Formal. Nice little easy reset for him. Seaside still temporarily, actually you can see C is partly capped because nobody's standing in it. The time's still ticking here, so 2:41 and counting. Unsigned Talent, they need to step into a hill to stop the timer, but they just don't have any freedom to do it. Suppressed is getting killed, but he's not close enough to anything to stop the progress.
They can put those moments together and put 50 kills on the board. They can come out on top in this game, but it's going to be really hard with Snakebite throwing those nades.
That was Frosty, I believe. Yeah, it's Frosty. He'll jump in and toss a bank nade off the top of the bridge, and it perfectly lands at the doorway on the other side to cut someone off. So that's just a calculator. Oh, my God. Speaking of calculator, the man's putting it all together here. He's hitting the slides he needs to rotate out, grab the camo. And I'm going to do my best to not nerd out here, Tony. I'm going to keep it together.
Frosty getting his first kill,
by the way.
Able to get that camouflage. Yeah, the starting strike come out of Frosty and Snakebite to throw those nades right off the beginning of the game. That was obviously calculated. Working on that starting strike is so important. We're trying to put a team together. A Snakebite able to take down Claim and now going to make his way over towards control room or just get the Mangler back down.
Back on board with Frosty and can't complain. Watching his POV, let's see what he's up to this time. Should be almost an opportunity for a backsmack on the Claim there. Looks like he was spotted by somebody else. The repulsor comes in to knock him away, and Claim gets to live just a little longer. Can he turn this into something? Shots into Lethal, gonna jump up. He's got a teammate on his right-hand side, that's Aperture. That can hopefully help him in this engagement. Now Frosty's aware of where he is. Aperture gonna try to back out here. Still relatively close game to start, but you can just feel the pressure from Sentinels at any moment here. Aperture cannot close the distance. That sword now down. And I think Snakebite just let it be. He just left it on the floor.
Well, I mean, the Mangler is pretty tough, but I mean, I would think if the sword is right there, I would probably pick it up myself. And the Mangler comes in, he's gonna drop it real quick, ends up getting the cleanup. Hold this for me real quick, he says. Meanwhile, Lethal able to get that sword. I saw on the kill feed. He takes down Avenue.
It's interesting to see at the highest level play, players taking full advantage of that weapon drop combo, especially somebody like Snakebite. The second time we've seen it now, opting to not even pick up the sword because he knows he can two-shot Mangler VR for the finish, and at range, something like that, of course, a lot deadlier. Speaking of deadly, Formal could make a play here. He's got Snakebite to draw attention as well. How does he do this, though? Played slow for now. No hit markers to reveal his position. Just all about timing.
18-9 lead in favor of Sentinels at the moment. Formal getting right behind enemy lines. The Mangler shots are coming in. Easy kill with the BR, taking down Claim. Shock rifle in hands. And looks like we're going to switch on board with Lethal because he's working a 1-2 combo with Frosty right now.
Lethal will pick up the trade. Gets out of that. He's got the sword in the back pocket, so we will see the sword come into play. Suppressed. Here's the nade. Tries to dive out with the shot. Looks like that's not going to work out for him. Lethal going to back down temporarily here. He's got Formal to replace him. Formal still with the shock rifle in hand. Just a matter of time until he connects a shot.
Does connect that shot, taking down Suppress, still having the shock rifle in hands. Meanwhile, Lethal's holding down top control. It looks like Sentinels have reached the halfway point of the game as far as reaching that 26 kill mark now. But Unsigned Talent falling way behind at 11. We would need something catastrophic to happen for them to come back in this game. Sentinels have taken complete control.
It's not unexpected. But once again, like you said, Unsigned Talent, they need an opening, they need an answer, and so far they don't have it. One of them already dead. Formal gonna bounce out of that engagement. Snakebite already pestering them on the right-hand side. He's got Frosty with him to rotate through Red. And you can see these boys now pinched a little bit in between. They're gonna try to move together, though. I like this. They do advance onto Snakebite 2v1. Lethal's still waiting there to slow him down. Claim with a big win to earn his position on A side. All well that happens, though. Frosty Formal on the approach. Frosty gonna go straight up out center. He ends up dying for that. A little bit of teamwork here out of Unsigned Talent to maybe even the odds. But of course, as I say, it is a 16 kill deficit, so a lot of work to do.
Yeah, now we're here with Aperture now. Currently having 5 kills at the moment. Utilizing that plasma pistol, but nobody home just yet. Claim, the leading slayer of this team, 7 and 8, hasn't gotten a single assist just yet. Might be the reason why his teammates might be lagging behind as far as the kills column.
Formal just being so annoying. Aperture, oh, and he kills him too? I don't know if Formal sat there long enough to get his shields back, but he manages to turn and burn Aperture, who just attempts to delete him, but no, well, that happens. Suppressed, at least, has the camo, had the camo. There's a sword in from Frosty, nice little double from him on the feed, and at this point, 36 kills on the board, 14 to close the game, and no real answer back from Unsigned Talent.
Snakebite now going to be forced to back down here. He's actually currently going in for the challenge, but Lethal ends up getting the double cut. It's a double assist coming out of Snakebite, who's currently 10 and 6 at the moment. Let's see what Formal's up to.
Let's see. I mean, he's sitting on the box here waiting for a chance. Does hear Aperture. Aperture coming in. Formal going to turn and win the fight. Despite taking first shots there, Formal going to come out on top and pick up the sword as well. I mean, we talked about whether or not you got time for it, but if you're winning by 19 kills, you might as well just go for it.
Great kill by Avenue, taking down Snakebite, but Frosty going to run into 2 players. Not that it matters, he's still somehow able to get the kill on Claim. 41 to 23, going in favor of Sentinel. Suppress going right in for the challenge on Lethal, able to take him down. He's taking some heavy damage, but doing a great job of staying alive.
Claim with an opportunity to kill Snakebite, he will take it. And I like the attempt there too. If you spot somebody who's not looking at you, throw a nade first, get that damage in for the easy cleanup. Unfortunately, if you spot 2 players, get out as quickly as you can and hope to survive here. 42 to 26, you can't afford to give up a life. But I mean, you gotta play pretty damn perfect. Nice little snap on the mat. What else can he do?
Great kill by Claim, now making his way over towards the C side of the map. All 4 players for Unsigned Talent were currently up, but it looks like Sentinels have been able to spawn up and bounce back. Suppress can actually run into 2 different players. Excellent trade coming out of him, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, Avenue has his eyes set on the camouflage, but Sentinels only needing 5 more kills, but a killing spree coming out of Claim. That's going to be a double as well.
Unsigned Talent with some last-second signs of life. Suppress has a chance to get the camo. I think he did because of those kills. Teammate going to spawn up with him. Bit of a split on the map here. Surprise going to try to get to the grapple, but he's been seen. Does at least have it. Grapples the shock rifle over like the attention to detail. But can he turn this into a play here? 47. I mean, 3 kills left to close this. Just a matter of whether or not he can get a couple stylish kills before he dies. Unfortunately, can't quite do it.
Suppress putting down the suppressive fire, able to keep his teammate alive long enough for Aperture to even come out with a big kill. Avenue going to answer back, taking down Lethal. And let me tell you, I mean, Unsigned Talent are actually clawing their way back into it. But with only one more kill needed by Sentinels, it feels like it's only a matter of time.
I mean, you're absolutely correct, Tony. Just one kill for Sentinels. We'll see who does it. Somebody on the feed. Didn't quite get to see it either way. 50-38. That is a
right now, game number 3.
Here's how I see it at the end of the day, Tony. I just want some good Halo. And I'm pretty damn confident good Halo is exactly what we're going to get. Now, Claim, let's see if he can put some good Halo on the hood that you screen for us here. He'll drop some dynamos, pick up a kill onto Formal. Lethal going to take him down. But at least a trade to start things off here. Lethal going to play it slow, play it defensive. Or sorry, that's Suppressed. I take it back. Suppressed is flanking currently. And not for long if Snakebite has something to say about it.
Almost able to get the big kill on Snakebite, but luckily Avenue comes in quick with the cleanup. Lethal going in for the challenge, but Avenue able to come out with the win, but another cleanup. Avenue's the cleanup crew. Someone called the janitor.
Especially in this section of the map, right? The floor is wet. Janitor's been here recently. You can see how shiny it is. Just got to be careful sprinting around bottom of the map here. Formal, thankfully for him, he's not sprinting too much. He'll just hit his shots instead. Takes Surprise down, tries to thrust to chase Avenue. Avenue not going to go down. That thrust will, though. It looks like there's an opportunity for Unsigned Talent to pick it up. They can rotate out through Fridge. Can they get to the flag here?
And it looks like Aperture getting right behind enemy lines here. Nobody actually has any idea where he is. Frosty off the screen was able to take down Avenue, but Claim answers right back, taking down Lethal. Aperture now going to go in for the challenge on Snakebite, but he had no idea there's a second player coming in for the cleanup. Formal going in for the thrust. Aperture getting right over his head, but eventually Formal takes him down.
I respect the attempt to look for a kill before you go for the flagpole, because you can go for the flagpole and just have the immediate return. But I feel like sometimes if he hits that perfect curb slide and flies out with the flag, he can send that flag to bottom mid immediately. Even if he dies, there's some progress. Sometimes I wonder if that could be the better play. But either way, the game goes on here, and goes on in the favor of Suppress. Suppress with a bank shot, a double. And he's going to rotate over to Lethal here, too. It looks like he's aware he's there.
He's definitely where he's there. He's shooting those bank shots, trying to get that early damage, and his teammate going to come out with the cleanup kill. Aperture going in for the challenge, but Snakebite going to put him in the dirt. But now Snakebite's in trouble.
Not too much trouble. He'll get out. Managed to get the shields back. Looks like he's rotating over to flag now, too. Got Suppress as a defender here. Suppress with the thrust to get right underneath Snakebite, enough to get the trade. And that'll slow down the aggression from Sentinels yet again. I expected to see quite a bit of force coming out of Sentinels early on in this game, but so far not yet. So it's good to see Unsigned Talent kind of fight toe-to-toe, at least for now. Oh.
Excellent kill by Avenue, taking down Lethal. He's not done yet. The early damage going on to Snakebite, despite being one shot, still having that heat wave, starting to get aggressive. That was a momentary 3 down for Sentinels. The only player that was alive was Frosty, but not for long.
Avenue starting to cook, and as I say it, unfortunately, Snakebite drops down from above. Picks up that melee. Snakebite with 2. I believe that was a mangler in his hand to make things, actually, no, couldn't have been a mangler. Maybe a heat wave. It's definitely a heat wave in his hands. It looks like he's going to microwave a couple more players as he makes his way through here.
Love the Snakebite staying alive right there, being an absolute nuisance, while Frosty going in for the early pull, but that's not going to work on Unsigned Talent. They're going to hunt him down. It should be an easy return. Formal just waiting. Actually, never mind. Formal getting the relay on the flag. Snakebite actually holding down the perimeter, so I said it was an easy return. I lied completely. It's actually being relayed, but here comes Avenue, not for long.
Yeah, that flag going to make its way through the perimeter here. Snakebite here to escort it. You got Aperture up above, who's going to try to slow them down, but Snakebite, line of defense onto Claim. Going to keep Claim back. Claim does try to go for the re-challenge there to at least tag up Formal, but Snakebite having none of it. And that is the flag opening Sentinels needed to plant one on the board, a 1-0 lead for them.
It took 5 minutes and 54 seconds for the first flag catch to come into play, and now actually going into the 8-minute mark here. Snakebite having the heat wave in hand. Excellent shots going in after Suppress, able to take him down, but no more ammo in that heat wave. What's Snakebite going to do without it?
Gonna go for the Dynamos, maybe? No, he plays it safe instead. Looks like a teammate's behind him to pick those up instead. He's got the sidekick, though, could be useful. 3 players of unsigned talent sitting in that red base. Last thing he wants to do is charge it head on. Gonna wait for Frosty to help him out here. Frosty with the heat wave. 2 dead on the feed, by the way. Formal gonna take out 2. Frosty can watch things from top mid as his teammates make the aggressive play on the base. Here, spawners up in Fridge as well. And Frosty, you can see he's already ready for it. He's gonna have to back down though.
Tries to back down, not able to do so. Suppress gonna hunt him down. Meanwhile, Formal staring down the barrel of 2 different players. Slides right under Suppress, goes in for the challenge, but Suppress ends up putting him down. Aperture's making his way over towards the enemy base.
Aperture with a chance here. He's got to kill Frosty though. That's not an easy task to do. Gonna back out for now. Frosty not gonna let him back out far though. There's a trait. And that's just enough to reset things. Flag pulled opposite side. Right now, actually flag, I believe was, yeah, so it is still out there. You got Aperture, Suppressed, looking to make the challenge here. Formal just playing it very carefully. The line of defense here. That's all he really needs to do. About to face 2 though.
Formal ends up going down. Frosty has at the top mid control here with Camouflage coming up in 20 seconds. That's going to be good, but he's going to curve slide his way, trying to get the cleanup kill. Lethal doesn't need the help. Lethal ends up getting a clutch double kill off his screen, and now Frosty looking for some more heads.
Frosty definitely implementing all the tech at this point. It's beautiful to see. Something I saw Lucid do quite a bit early on, and now that Frosty is applying it all, you can tell he's got it down completely. And I expect him to continue to use it in this series, of course, up against someone like Suppressed here, who is currently hiding in the back of the base. Suppressed playing this very slow. Frosty gonna deal with him easily. Back on board with Formal here as he rotates back down from behind the flag. A pull for him. That's gonna turn the attention to unsigned talent. This flag going straight out through the perimeter here. Can they stop it?
The objective efficiency it's just too good come out of Sentinels. The moment that unsigned talent went 4 down, they were within position to pull the flag and looked like they were able to do so. That flag is still on the move. Lethal putting the shots in on Aperture. Matt gonna get a big kill. That's Formal. Lethal going in for the 3rd one. That's 3 down for unsigned talent, and Formal going back to running the flag.
Looking like a guaranteed flag as well. He'll plant it in now. 2-0 on the board. Surprise gonna try his hand, but Formal, he's got a thrust and he's got some perfect shots to let him know.
Roll lead in favor of Sentinels right now. Formal goes in for the challenge on Avenue. Lethal getting a big nade kill on Claim once again. Slays going in favor of Sentinels, and that means they're going to be on the aggression.
Formal still just being so annoying in the bottom of the base. This is what I wanted to see here. So Frosty, that was actually beautifully executed. Frosty with the slide out, flag grab, thrust back, and then still puts pressure on for defense here. That flag now sits out front base, ready to be returned or collected. Lethal going to do what he can to ensure he defends it. Looks like he's not going to get to it in time, though, so Lethal instead taking some advanced positioning here with Frosty. Nice little 2v1. Not too much Avenue you can do to take those fights. You got pressure already coming in from Formal on the opposite side as well, so Claim in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, when Sentinels are baiting and switching you on, you don't stand a chance. Your Dynamo Nades are going to come in, and good enough for him to get that trade. Aperture now rocking the sidekick. Really good for those close range engagements, which he might end up getting into one against Frosty, who's going to spot him first.
Yeah, Formal going to spot him and delete this man immediately. And I just haven't seen, I don't think I've seen a flag pull out of unsigned talent yet. Maybe a quick pull and a return. But it starts to make you wonder, you know, are they spending too much time on slays, or do they even have an opportunity, right? Very little opportunity when you see these fights and how they go down. Suppressed in the back of his base. You can't get out of it just yet. That's because Formal's just waiting at the front door.
Nades are coming in, forcing that player to go down to 1 shot. At least Avenue's coming in, cleaning up once again, getting a double kill. Does Avenue, but sadly Frosty is on the prowl.
So is Snakebite. That's an easy kill for him on the Claim. And an opportunity to get the flag as well. They still got that pressure in the base. Formal just playing goalie back in blue. Frosty, Snakebite kills in the feed. Formal can go pick up that thrust. Snakebite already has one. Be 2 thrusts out for Sentinels. That flag does not get far. Snakebite gonna come back just to get it a little bit farther here. He does end up taking the trade. That's an opening for Lethal to collect the flag, take it through the perimeter, and Lethal knowing he's alone here, gonna be very aware as he takes this flag through.
And Lethal now going to be running this flag over toward the bottom Hydro side. Catches a little bit of a nade from Suppress, but not good enough to take him down. Meanwhile, Snakebite off the screen getting another big kill. Lethal going in for the challenge on Avenue. Great job playing his life on the doorway. There's two players in front of him, but he doesn't give a damn.
Lethal making full use of the cover here in the Dynamo nades to make it impossible to kill him. All while that happens, the flag collected right beside the pedestal. Unsigned Talent going to do what they can just to stop it in the last second, but is it even possible at this point? Snakebite with the heat wave, he does die. It's a massive pickup. Flag taken opposite side, so Unsigned Talent, they've gotten in there, a pull of their own. I think they might have gotten that return too, so a run going through here to try to even the odds. And Aperture needs the kill to keep this flag in session, so massive. He'll snap on the front where the heat wave does drop. Flag, I think, still in play. They got to get their hands on it.
Woo! Suppress almost able to take down Lethal, but Lethal is just too tough. Ends up getting the clutch kill and the recov as well. Now Lethal right behind enemy lines. Easy cleanup for him. The information is coming in. Multiple players going down with 1 minute and 42 seconds on the clock. Unsigned Talent's backs are against the wall.
Oh boy, here comes the cavalry, right? Two fly to the base to get both their kills uncontested. I think there's a Cambo player in the base. Not sure if that was a teammate or an opponent. Either way, that flag goes out. Looks like nobody's there to stop him. Frosty there to play defense. I think he's going to toss this one straight up to the window. You got to love the little alley-oop here, the relay to get it right beside the pedestal. It's not in yet, though. Frosty dead. Flag still sits there. Snakebite does not need to look back at it. He's got full faith in his team picking it up and getting the point.
Daddy does an excellent intuition coming out of Snakebite, knowing Clay was going to go back in for the challenge and two players with them. Snakebite able to isolate that battle, take down the first player, but ends up getting cleaned up. Either way, all these trade-off kills going heavily in favor of Sentinels with less than a minute on the clock. I don't know if Unsigned Talent could do it, especially if they're going 3 down.
Yeah, highly unlikely at this point. They'd have to cap 2 flags and pull a third to trigger a sudden death in less than a minute, which is damn near impossible. Especially when you got 4 players on Sentinels killing you over and over. That's a double for Lethal. Suppressed. He's the only one still alive, and not for long. Snakebite going to deal with him along with Formal. That flag now out bottom center. Not a matter of whether or not Unsigned Talent can get a flag to counter. It's just, you know, whether or not they get 5 flags at this point before the timer runs out. Another one up through center. Most of the time we do... You know, the beauty of this play is I don't think you can throw that flag high enough to get it up there without somebody waiting to grab it. So I think it'll just sit there, and honestly, who cares? 7 seconds left. That's a GG, and a GG for the series as well. Sentinels coming out with a lot of force, a lot of energy, and honestly, exactly what we expected in our championship Sunday.